In the southern port city of Mariupol, drone footage shows the extent of the devastation at the hands of Russian forces. What was just weeks ago a thriving metropolis, now reduced to ash and rubble.
When the doctor was taking our stepfather to the hospital, we found the doctor in the nearby building and this guy took a seat in the car instead of me, and they blew them up in this car. It could have been me.
Almost a quarter of Ukraine's population has been displaced. 10 million people have now fled their homes, many to neighbouring countries.
We hoped the war would pass us by, but then the heavy artillery shifted to our city and bombs began to fall. 2 schools in the city's centre were blown up. There were small children there. It's so difficult. I don't understand why we have such a curse.
NATO says up to 15,000 Russian troops have been killed as Ukraine forces reportedly push Russia back to the east of Kiev.
We are fighting here not even for freedom, but for existence.
1 month since Russia invaded, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has called on people around the world to take to the streets in solidarity with his people.
Come from your offices, your homes, your schools and universities. Come in the name of peace. Come with Ukrainian symbols to support Ukraine, to support freedom, to support life.
International pressure on Russia is increasing, with the US formally declaring Russian forces have committed war crimes in Ukraine.
Those who are responsible for such abuses must be held accountable.
US President Joe Biden landed in Brussels for the G7 summit and meetings with European allies, as NATO has announced it will double its military presence in the region, with around 40,000 troops spread from the Baltic to the Black Sea.
If there's anything that Putin did not anticipate, then it's our unity, the speed of our action and our determination. He should be no doubt that we will stay the course. Long live unity and long live Europe. Thank you.
Those pictures are so devastating. It's interesting, Zelensky calling on the people of the world to take to the streets. I wonder what effect that would have, because everyone at the moment, I think, feels really powerless.
Well, I think that's right. It's a tangible thing that perhaps you can demonstrate some support. You're sitting at home seeing pictures like that and you say, what can I do? Maybe it's just symbolic, but maybe that's enough. I think that Zelensky has played the public relations game incredibly. Like, he's been doing this tour of all the parliaments and the legislatures of the world, rallying the cause. His performance as really rallying not just his country but the entire free world has been, I think, amazing.
Yeah, and mostly telling off the parliaments that he's speaking to. It's really fascinating to watch.